what I do.
Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Now what I do.
Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Yeah.
The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Coach, thank you. Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, it's locked. And incomplete to open things up.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We got 4. We got 12. Kill.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Luck. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 50, it's long. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
Out of the gun, Luck. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
To the air again. Lock. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Luck throwing again. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry now for Kenneth Dixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Dixon. And he caught it up. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big time pressure.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Switch. Check 9. Whip. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
RG3 going to bring the Ravens up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Griffin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd down, Griffin. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Jalen Ferguson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Locke. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Luck now to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Dixon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On third down, here's Dixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position, a couple of first downs in order to get some room for their punter, and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now it's Hines. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 34. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned and just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
48.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now again, right side, Hines. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Kill.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. It's complete to Graham. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all.
You go tank. You got 12. You got tank right there. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Griffin. That's into the hands of Edwards. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 12. Hey, wahoo! Brown right. Watch out. Check. Middle.
Here's Locke. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Check. On. It's a safety creek. Undercrunch. 11Z. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, here's Locke. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
12. Mike 40. Smooth. Watch QB drop. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. Watch the out. 11. Switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Come on. Hey, seam 6.
Throwing again is Lott. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
12. Hey, box truck.
Again, Lott. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, 4 down.
Hey, check. Motion. Go.
Luck on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 12, Griffin into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, it's Lott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check, girls.
Here's Griffin. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete to Brown, right side. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. On 1st and 10, Locke. This is caught at the 8. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Right, 40!
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Let's go, Mexico! 12.
Here's Locke to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Griffin. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
First down, Ravens.
On 1st down, they go with Dixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Griffin. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
On first down, it's Love. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Got it. Mike, 195. All day, baby, all day.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And his first carry, he loses the football. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Griffin over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Raven first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, Dixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Check three.
12. 11. Hey, Echo.
Check.
Reggie.
40 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
A big play there for Indy. 73 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to...
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now it's first and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun, Griffin. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First down, Ravens.
This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Out of the gun, Griffin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down. Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
A gain of 7. First down, Baltimore.
Here we go. Now the roof. I got it.
They'll run on first down. It's Dixon. A gain of 3, second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
This is Edwards. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a first and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Griffin. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Second and 10 now. Griffin. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Third and long. It's Griffin. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Let's go!
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. They run with Hines. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
11. Hey, check. On.
Hatchet. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. No.
Run, babe.
From the 50, it's Locke. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, that he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's second and 21.
Go ahead.
Throwing now, Luck. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Colts on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Exit. I got 15. I got 15. Me.
Now Love. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
And he missed it. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10.
Trips.
12.
From the red zone now, Love. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 6-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.